Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nittany podcast. This week we'll be discussing virtual reality technology and eyeglass technology. Essentially, if it's wearable technology you wear over your eyes, we're going to tell you about it today. Besides virtual reality headsets, wearable eyeglass technology is also a rising trend in today's market. These devices are very fun to use, however they do bring up social issues with digital privacy, social interaction, and isolationism. So let's dive in by briefly explaining virtual reality technology.
So these VR goggles are essentially just a Bluetooth screen, so they require an operating system to run through. Usually this is either a phone, a small computer, or a gaming console, or something like that. The device allows the user to have seemingly real experiences even though they're not actually there. The most popular VR headsets are Google Cardboard, Oculus Rift, and PlayStation VR. The more complex systems come with their own set of handheld controls to help you navigate your virtual world. So let's start off with talking about one of the simplest models, Google Cardboard.
Okay, so Google Cardboard is a simple and low-priced virtual reality headset which is used with a person's smartphone. Google developed it in 2014 as a simple prototype for other companies to model and build off of. So what it looks like, it's a rectangular box made out of cardboard, and the phone just slides into the front of the two lenses which the user looks through. The lenses magnify the field of vision of the user and make the images on the phone screen appear lifelike and real. And if you rotate your body, it will look around the virtual world as well. There's an app that must be downloaded before you can use it. It's from the Google Play Store. The app's just called Google Cardboard. The Apple Store also has it. The device is sold for as little as $5, but is never more expensive than $15. So overall, according to the Google website, they say that Cardboard is a simple, inexpensive device that anyone can use, buy, or build on their own. So it's really a multi-use system that they meant for anyone to be able to use. It's very user-friendly. Now we're going to do a demo with it, and someone is going to describe their experiences while using it. So before we start, I'm going to take it out, just describe how it looks. So it comes in a small case, and all you have to do is you unvelcro the phone slide, and then you unhinge the side piece and velcro it on. And then all you have to do is slide your phone into the front, and it even has pictures of the instructions on the Google Cardboard, so it's very user-friendly and easy to use. So now we're going to have somebody describe their experiences doing a quick demo while they ride a virtual reality roller coaster.
Alright guys, so we are in Cedar Point right now, and I'm going up a roller coaster, and actually I just got to the top. I'm going down, and it's crazy because I'm looking at the sides, and I see the ocean on one side. On the other side I see the different rides. It's crazy. You can even hear the background screams. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's tipping over right now, and holy crap. Yeah, it's crazy. Everything's like so realistic. There's trees, there's other people buying their snacks. You can see it from the viewpoint of the roller coaster. There's so many different rides. You see a Ferris wheel. Yeah, we're doing splits, and 1 second we were just in the studio, and now it feels like I'm actually in Cedar Point, and it's crazy.
Okay, so now we're going to do the astronaut VR demo with the Google Cardboard. What's nice about these things is you can use anyone's phone as long as you have the app downloaded. So you could completely interchange the phones when you use this device. Right, so I'm putting it on. Right now I just see the moon. Oh, now I'm looking up and there's the sun. Mountain space, it's just all black. Oh, and right behind me is Earth. Didn't even see that. So I got the entire space system out here. So I'm looking to see this huge Earth. It actually looks like I'm assuming it would look like from space. The space station's here next to me. There's a button on the side of the Google Cardboard that you can use to interact with the world. See the moon in the distance. Got my two little hands in front of me. Now I'm just floating in space.
Alright guys, now that we've done some testing with Google Cardboard, it's time to move on. Now we'll talk about the Oculus Rift. And the Oculus Rift has a goal that is unique from many different VR headsets. The Oculus Rift simply just wants to take you into another world. And while the mission of the Rift might be simple, the Oculus Rift is a very intense headset that has changed the way the world looks at VR headsets. Whether it's looking down and seeing wings instead of your feet, or looking at a forest from the perspective of a bird, the Oculus Rift allows people to fly with their dreams. According to TechRadar.com, the Rift's advanced technology gives a sensation of presence, making individuals think that they're actually in a different world. The headset is created by Oculus VR, which is a subset of Facebook and offers a stereoscopic OLED display. The product is the fruit of a 4-year research project that launched on Kickstarter, made $2 million, and it was purchased by one of the most powerful tech companies in the world, Facebook, and now primarily battles HTC, Google, and Sony for the market. The integrated headphones give it a 3D headphone effect, and it's a very high-end product, unlike the Google Cardboard, and sells for about $600, and it runs through Windows PC. Users also have the choice of getting an Oculus Touch, which is a 2 handheld controllers that give a more interactive experience and let them feel like they fly. The Rift is also a product that kicked off the virtual reality craze about a year ago, and has had to battle other competitors who aim to beat the product. Today, the Oculus Rift is one of the market leaders of wearable headset industry and is one of the most popular devices in the world.
Well, Oculus Rift sounds really cool. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about Sony PlayStation VR, which isn't quite as popular, but is still pretty popular in the market. So it became available on October 13th, 2016, and it's established as a full VR system, which means it allows for 360-degree head movement with spatial and motion tracking. It's a fairly high-end product starting at $400, and you already have to have a PlayStation 4 and the motion controllers. Obviously not as expensive as the Oculus Rift, but still pretty pricey. It was originally not designed for kids 12 years and younger because it's expensive and a lot of people already own a PlayStation 4, but Sony decided to broaden their age group eventually. The device takes about 10 minutes to set up. Once the headset is set up, the PlayStation creates a mirroring image from the TV onto the headset, allowing the consumer to escape the world around them and engage in a 3-dimensional artificial existence, according to the Sony website. Users may feel dizzy at first because of the artificial flooring can appear to drift if the PS4 camera is not connected, which is really interesting. Contrary, the overall experience with the PlayStation VR got a 7.9 out of 10 for based on immersion, interaction, comfort, and the ecosystem it's set up for its customers. So not top ratings, but still fairly positive overall.
Wow, VR seems pretty cool. But next we're going to move past VR and see what happens when technology is merged with eyewear. One example is Google Glass. Google Glass was well heard of, but then it just completely dropped off the face of the earth, and there's some pretty good reasons. A New York Times article titled Why Google Glass Broke by Nick Bilton, published in 2015, tells a good story about this. The project started when Google founders held a meeting and brainstormed future technologies. They created a list of top 100 futuristic technologies that they wanted to see in the future. So they began to build some of these technologies in a top secret lab on the Google campus called Google X. The first project that they had was Google Glass. They brought in many accomplished researchers and scientists to join the project, including Google co-founder Sergey Brin. Even though this was a top secret project, news of it started to leak out, even though the product was very far from ever being completed. Obviously, the hype for this new technology exploded. That's where most people heard about it. And Mr. Brin wanted to immediately sell the product and use the feedback from it to improve the design. The rest of the team disagreed, but eventually Google sold the product to an extremely limited group of testers for about $1,500 a pair. Unfortunately, this only grew the hype even more and made them look extremely exclusive. So then in a developers conference hosted by Google, a demonstration for Google Glass was made, where skydivers wearing the technology jumped out of planes, landed on the roof, biked across it, and into the conference hall. The crowd roared with applause. Eventually, tech reviewers got a hold of this Google Glass and labeled it the worst tech ever, and turned it basically into a joke, but with their criticisms, because essentially they were just reviewing a product that was still under development. The newfound criticism, in addition to an internal love affair with members in the project, was the reason that Google announced they were shutting down the project. Glass is now run by a new group of developers who will not announce the product or its progress until the completion of the entire project.
So I recently found out there's a new wearable technology that is being invented by Snapchat. It's another type of wearable eyeglass technology. This one looks a little more promising. Just in case some of you aren't familiar with what Snapchat is, it's a social media outlet that allows you to vlog. You can record mini snippets that last for up to 10 seconds as many times as you want, and they disappear after 24 hours. And you also have the ability to save it to your memories, where you can go back and rewatch them. And Snapchat also has the same thing with photos. So in October 2016, Snapchat came out with a new technology called Snapchat Spectacles. They're stylish sunglasses that allow you to record moments straight from your view. The shades are equipped with a 115-degree lens, which is apparently supposed to mimic exactly the human eyesight. Recording with the spectacles is just like recording with your actual smartphone. There's a button located at the top left corner that allows you to record for 10 seconds, and it automatically stops. However, you can record multiple times for a maximum of 30 seconds, and it self-synchronizes to memories. The glasses are not too pricey. They can range anywhere from $130 to $250 depending on where they're bought, and the Snapchat company sells them for $129.99. With any technology that we use, there are disadvantages and advantages, and the Snapchat Spectacles obviously are no exception. Pros of wearing the wearable tech is that it's very simple to use, especially if you're a Snapchat owner. It can also be used on Android or iOS devices and can be connected via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, which allows for a greater range of methods to use. According to a couple of Spectacles owners, the device has great audio and video quality, which is a big plus since it is so affordable. I wasn't able to find too many cons because this invention is obviously really cool, but it cannot be worn on top of prescription glasses, and there are no geotags or geofilters available. Finally, there's only a limited choice of colors, which are black, red, blue, and green, and the glasses are only available in the US right now for sale.
Alright guys, so we did some research on the trending of VR technology. VR technology is being bought as Christmas presents very heavily. Doing just a quick research on virtual reality on Google Trends shows that the searches for these headsets peak during Christmas season, most likely because users are searching for information about their new Christmas presents. Since this technology can be a little bit pricey and it's purely for entertainment, it's an appropriate Christmas gift. There's also the issue of privacy versus security, because some of these devices can record your surroundings, such as the Snapchat Spectacles. It is nearly impossible to get consent from all the people you may have recorded, which some people may not like. So a few pros and cons about VR headsets. Some of the cons are cyber sickness. This includes neck strains, headaches, nausea, and motion sickness. Also, it makes the users unaware of their actual surroundings, which some people find dangerous. These devices also can cause social isolation, and they can create issues with human interaction. Also, with the advent of VR entertainment comes also VR advertisements. Some of the pros, however, it's extremely entertaining, of course, and it's new ways to interact with people other than texting or calling people. It can be face-to-face with someone and see their reactions in real time. Also, it's a good coping mechanism for depression, anxiety, PTSD, paranoia, and phobias.
Alright, so this VR technology is showing up a lot recently, especially in pop culture and other outlets. For example, Facebook now has a feature where you can record your surrounding in a 360 camera and upload it to Facebook, and people with a VR headset can watch what you uploaded and pretty much see your entire surrounding. Another example would be the band The Gorillaz recently released a music video that was entirely in VR, and it's actually on YouTube. You can check it out, but if you have a VR headset, you can watch the whole thing and look around, which is a lot easier than in YouTube. You have to click and drag to view your surrounding. And another one that's pretty cool is that Six Flags has this ride in Magic Mountain in LA, has a new roller coaster where the people ride the roller coaster and they wear VR headsets while they're on the physical roller coaster, which the VR headsets will show a new environment, which pretty much makes the roller coaster just a simulator, and then they get a totally new experience that they otherwise would never have had before.
Thank you for joining us this week as we talked about virtual reality headsets and wearable eyeglass technology. We hope you found our podcast to be exciting and informative. If this episode didn't make you want to go out and buy Oculus Rift, then I don't know what to say. Next time, we will discuss smartwatches and their effects on the people who wear them. See you next time.